This
So that's the
conference
reason
will
why.
now be recorded.
Okay, 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 Praveen.
And the other thing is, so we were like keen to know like what is the best thing if we do production planning and the future, how it gonna be. So we need a lot of guidance like at the moment. So we don't know, we are confused at that. Like, what we have, what's the best thing to learn, those kind of stuff. And the same transaction, what I mentioned, we are working on the transactions, but that might be the customized. So I don't know how does it, like, work it on, but yeah, same.
Sure, Praveen. Maybe let me introduce myself. Myself, Ram. I have
Yeah.
19 years of experience in SAP consulting areas. I have
Okay.
expertise in planning and also
Yep.
the advanced planning also, the APO. Right now, the new model called advanced planning and detailed scheduling. And I
Okay.
have quite good experience in quality management also. On all the
Okay.
logistics of SAP, I am very good at. So around 19
Okay.
years experience in SAP consulting and also implementing and also in support environments. Okay.
Okay.
So in this course content, maybe I will start with an Excel. I will give you what
Yeah.
are the things we have to take.
Okay. Are you working in India or it's like some other place?
Yes, I work out from India location. Right now I'm in
Okay.
India.
Okay. 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 Just confirm.
SAP, if you see, right, it started with a version of 3.5. Okay, then it got evolved to 4.7, then ECC. And the last SAP core version is ECC. Then
Okay.
this they call it a third generation SAP suite. This they call it as a third generation.
Okay.
So in this, you will use all your conventional transactions. Like it will not allow you to access your apps. App screens will not be
Okay.
available. This they call it as a
Okay.
ECC. Here to create a material master, you will use like transaction like this. MM02 to create, MM02 to change, MM02, MM03 to display. So that you will be
Okay.
using the transactions. So it will
Okay.
not be more of kind of a NetWeaver based. You have to log into a login pair with that. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
2018 onwards, SAP
Yeah.
came up with a new product called S4HANA. This
That's
is
all.
the new
Okay.
product which is available in the market. So this
Okay.
they're calling it as the fourth generation SAP Shoot. So here you can
Yeah.
both use transactions and also you can use Fiori apps.
Okay.
Like our mobile apps, each
Yeah.
transaction they have a relevant app screen. So with
Okay.
any of your handheld device, like your
Yeah.
tab or your mobile or any of your devices, which
Yeah.
allows you to access this SAP, you can have these apps. So instead
Yeah.
of if you want to go to a material master screen, you have an app. If
Yeah.
you select that app, it will take you to the material master screen. So in that
Okay.
way, SAP has come up with a new generation, SAP S4HANA Shoot. So the first version what they started is 1809.
Okay.
Sorry, 1509. 15, 1509. So the 15th is the year. 2015 SAP has come up with this. This is month.
Okay.
09 is the
Okay.
month.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. It's 1511. Then comes 1609. Like that, every year SAP is coming up with a new products, new upgradation they are doing. 1709.
Okay.
Then now market the current pack is 2020. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what are the company they are implementing? They are implementing with the 1909, but SAP is already this ticket is in progress now. So the 2020 release pack will be available.
Okay.
Okay, the new pack they are upgrading and they are releasing in the market. So why SAP has come up with this S4HANA is that in order to compete with Microsoft Dynamics and other ERP products which are in the market. If you
Yeah.
see, now SAP implementations will take longer durations comparing to other models because
Yes.
it's only on-premises edition. So you have to have your hardware set up in your office. With that, the consulting team will come. They will configure everything. Then you have to access when you come to your office only. Now the market is changing. Everything now they are hosting it in the cloud. You might have heard Amazon AWS cloud or Google cloud. Like that, we have a lot of cloud options. Now, this S4HANA product is available both in the cloud and also in on-premises. Cloud in the sense there is no need to maintain hardware setups in our office premises. Everything we can host is to SAP cloud. The implementation time is very less. We have a lot of advantages when it goes to cloud. Whereas government companies, which has high security things and all, now they prefer to go for on-premises. Still, they have their own hardware setups, own servers. With that, they will go. No much difference, but the advantage in cloud is very high comparing to on-premises. So this is the new evaluation of S4HANA product. Okay, Praveen?
Okay, Ram. Yes.
Yeah. So when we start this course, initially
Yeah.
we will take in detail on the difference
Okay.
between ECC HANA and S4, ECC and S4 HANA. What is the
Okay.
main difference? Because the
Yeah.
earlier ECC, there may be some transactions which are not relevant in S4 HANA.
Okay.
In ECC, there may be some customizations which are not relevant in S4 HANA. And also, if
Okay.
you see earlier version, right, in ECC, we have only the
Yeah.
execution part. The production execution part is available in ECC. Whereas when you want to
Okay.
do some advanced planning, you have to go to a
Yeah.
separate system called AP. That is nothing but a supply chain management system, SCM, they used to call this. So they
Okay.
used to interface this ECC to APO system. So the materials which are high critical in nature, which you want
Yeah.
to do with some advanced algorithms, then you
Yeah.
have to transfer this material from ECC to APO and you have to do a planning here. Then you have to transfer the material again to ECC for your production confirmations,
Okay.
shop floor production activities. Now, with this S4 HANA, they split this APO component into three different components. One is IBP. In the Google, you might have seen this term, IBP, Integrated Business Planning. This consists of SNP and also DP, Supply Network Planning and Demand Planning. So maybe in your company also you will have the forecast based planning, right, Praveen? So how you are arriving your forecast, whether constant model, trend model, how you are getting your forecast values, how you are
Okay.
analyzing, how you are planning for your future things. So that
Okay.
mainly covers in DP, demand planning. Then supply
Mm-hmm.
network planning. In Australia, you may have your plant at different locations. One at Clayton, you might have one at Melbourne. Different locations you may have. So
Yeah.
when customers order for a material, you can, instead of producing in one plant, you can do production in another plant also. Or if you have a big warehouse, you can source it from that warehouse also. So this supply network planning gives you, when you run this supply network planning for a particular material, it gives a feasibility for you to check the easiest way to satisfy the customer with the minimal cost.
Okay.
That is the advantage of this SNP. So this SNP and DP, SAP, now they moved to a new product called IBP, Integrated Business Planning. It's altogether a new model now. Okay,
Okay.
now within your plant, if you want to do some advanced planning, you might have heard this term as MRP, Material Requirement Planning. In any ERP, this term is familiar. SAP also has
Okay.
the similar term called Material Requirement Planning.
Okay.
Material requirement planning, it will check for the existing stock, it will check for the open workshop capacities, then it will check for the feasibility, it will give you a plan. Suppose if you want to do advanced planning within the plant, then in the earlier architecture in ECC, we have a model called PPDS, Production Planning and Detailed Scheduling. So it will check for your capacity also, it will check for your customer satisfaction also, all the parameters it will check. It's an advanced algorithm what is available in SAP. So with this you can plan. Now what SAP is did with this S4HANA is that they integrated this PPDS in this S4HANA. It's the same pack now. So this
Okay.
also we will take during our demo. Why they have integrated, what is the advantages of it, what are the settings you have to do with this S4HANA box.
Okay.
Okay, now this is in ECC version, we have three different architectures. Now this S4HANA, they combine this S4HANA with this PPDS. It's a single box now. So
Okay.
it's a single box now. So we will cover PP also. This comes the production planning and execution. They will call it as a production planning. And this is the
Okay.
APO, advanced planning. So these two models we will cover as part of this curriculum.
Okay.
Okay.
And one
Now
more
how
thing.
we are going?
Ram,
Yes, yes, please.
hi. Sorry. Can I interrupt you?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
From our workplace, like with perspective, we do like update the data, like create like any like if for example if you are working on something product or like any building kind of stuff, so related to that data, we are the persons who work on those things. Like if if they want like if the clients needs update some data of that kind of products or anything, so we are the persons who do update the data. So sometimes we get like we want to work on like what is the background of those kind of stuff. So are we do in this S4HANA?
Yes, yes, Praveen. I'll come to that. I'll come to that.
Okay,
Now,
okay,
when we start the course, we will cover the overall architecture, 1 or 2 sessions. Okay. Then we will go to the core process of production planning and execution. So in SAP, there are 2 types of things. One is at the end transactions, what we do, like the material master creation, end transactions, they used to call it as. So like a material master creation, bill of material creation, or a work center creation, operations creations, those are called as transactions. Then other area is the customization. So if you go for any, suppose you are going to acquire a plant. Okay, your government company is going to acquire a new plant. That plant is not into SAP. Then what you will do is you will customize that new plant into your SAP system. Suppose the plant code is, say for example, let us take it as a 5000. So for this 5000 plan, at the back end, you have to do the customization, like a plant creation, then sales organization assignments, then purchase organization assignments. Then what are the data required for this? Suppose if it is a material master, what are the customizations required for material master as a consulting level? So when we start the course, after completing this, we will start with the customization by creating a new product, new plant with all the customizations relevant for production planning model. Okay, starting from the material master as a consulting side, material master, then bill of material, then work center, how where we are going to produce this, then how we are going to produce this, routing, the operations. Okay, all these customizations I will take. Then from the planning customization, planning what are the customization section. Then once we complete the customization part, we will come to the end user, like a transaction, what you are doing, the master data creation. As you asked, Praveen, the material master
yeah,
creation, how to create a
yes,
material, how to
yes,
create a bill of material. So in order to create a bill of material, suppose if you go to a bill of material screen, you are entering the material, correct? The plant is
yeah,
automatically coming. Lot size
yeah,
is automatically coming, and that
yeah,
key stock type is automatically coming. How to configure that in the background?
yeah,
So we will cover that first year. Then the end user side, you will start as a project from the material master creation to all this smarter data creation. Then
yeah.
finally we will cover the planning part. We will run one end-to-end cycle like a product
Okay,
up to the execution.
okay,
In that, what are the reports available, what are the shortcuts available, so how to analyze the error during the creation. So parallelly with this S4HANA functionality, I will
yeah,
take you to the Fiori app screen also. So what is the
oh,
new
okay,
version available in the Fiori apps? So what is the
mm,
advantages? Okay, okay, Premi.
okay.
So any other doubts, Praveen, in this? So normally it will take some 30-hour session, Praveen.
30,
Uh,
okay,
depends upon your availability. So each
yeah,
day, weekdays or weekends, alternative days, we can plan it. So one
okay,
hour for our class and half an hour for our doubts and demo.
oh, okay.
This time.
So
First, I will
we are
take some.
working on master data team. So, so the transactions where we think like it's all customized transactions. So, so we don't know like lot of transactions what's in master
Correct,
data. So
correct,
in
correct.
that, in this, what the class covers those transactions as well.
Yes, yes, yes. It's like end-to-end project we will cover, Praveen. See,
Okay.
I will not start somewhere in the between and I will not make that. So I will
Yeah.
start to create a new plant. For that plant, what are the customizations required? We will cover
Yeah.
that part. Then we will start to create as a new product. if you give me your product number or something, we will
Yep.
have a structure. With that, we will
Okay.
start to create using the standard transactions in SAP, the end-to-end
Okay.
cycle up to production execution and completion, including
Okay.
costing. We will cover
Oh, okay.
how we'll be doing the costing, how we'll be doing the settlement. After
Okay.
this class, if you practice good, you will be good enough to work as a consulting level in SAP.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
In between, we will cover some part in QM also. Like
Okay.
PP and QM goes in hands in hand. After the during the planning part, we will cover some QM lot creation, how to clear the QM lots, how to do the results recording, how to make the usage decisions. That also we will
Okay.
cover.
Okay.
So end of each session, we will share our recordings also.
Okay.
The manuals also we will give you, the training manuals also.
Oh, okay. Nice. And what is the future of the production planning like? What do you reckon? Like, as well, is it all
Now,
programming stuff or what we're gonna do? Like, is it a programming or we are writing anything algorithms or?
it's not a programming. It's a
Okay.
consulting. Suppose now you are working as initially. I'll tell my example. And
Yeah.
I completed my mechanical engineering in 2001. I also worked
Okay.
as a production company only.
Oh, okay.
Similar to you, as an end user, I worked. There I
Yeah.
learned I was using the standard transactions.
Okay.
Then I did my SAP certification.
Okay.
Now I work as a consultant.
Okay.
Okay. My role is that suppose if your company is acquiring a new plant,
Yeah.
okay, to the new plant, what are the process optimizations I can do and how
Yeah.
to bring that company into an SAP environment.
Okay.
So for that, what are the customizations I have to do in the system? Suppose if you want to go to create a material, the plan should automatically come, right, Praveen? And
Yeah.
material type should come, right? So how to
Yeah.
configure that gathering that business requirement. Suppose you work in your company, I'll get the
Yeah.
requirement from you. Praveen, how many
Okay.
materials you want? What is your finished material? What is your semi-finished material? What is your raw material? How much
Okay.
level of BOM you have? Like that, I will get the requirements from you. I will configure the system and I will give it
Yeah.
to you so that you will work as an end user in that system.
Okay.
It's not like a programming. It's like a
Okay.
business consulting what we do.
Bit. Okay. Okay. No, makes sense. Okay. Is it similar like a functional consultant? What you're
Yes,
saying there?
yes. It is a functional consultant role. It's a
Okay.
functional
Okay.
consulting. Maybe currently in your company also, there will be some consulting company who will be supporting you. Correct. When you have some issue during the creation, you will create an
Uh,
incident ticket, and that
yeah.
particular team will support you in resolving this. Those people they
Ah,
call
there
it
is
as
a particular team. Yes, yes, they do.
yeah.
Like, and
They are
also whatever
consulting.
you see mentioning, like one of the guys, he's from Hyderabad also. So he's a functional consultant. He's the new plant. He engaged with the SAP. So now end user also they started doing those things. So whatever you
Correct.
miss.
Yes, yes, they are the consultants. So once
Okay.
after completing this course, you will also
Yeah.
know the end to end. So no need to go to the consulting team to get the issues resolved. You will know where to configure that. What is
Okay.
the issue SAP is throwing? Why this
Okay.
issue? We will not do any programming. Just a
Yeah.
simple customizations we will do, but we have to
Okay.
understand the functionality of that. Suppose in the material master creation, if you
Yeah.
have a field like lot size,
Yeah.
in the training, we will tell you what is mean by a lot size and what are the
Yeah.
other lot size available, what is the significance of it.
Okay.
So if you select a particular lot size, how your planning results will look like.
Okay.
Sure, Praveen. Any
Hello.
other
Hello.
yeah, Praveen, I can able to hear.
Yeah. Can you show like small examples in the SAP? Like if you can able to log in, is there any
Yeah,
possible? No.
I'll show you. See, this is the latest SAP new release version.
Yeah,
So I
we
will
are
open
getting
one
these things,
Fiori
but
screen.
we are not using that. 7 point some version, isn't it?
Okay, okay. So this is the URL based one where you can log in through app, mobile app.
Okay.
Maybe let it get loaded. We will come to that. So this is they used to call it as a SAP menu path. Here you can see different models now. So if you go to
We can't see
logistics,
your screen totally. Ram, sorry. Can you just turn that? Yeah.
wait, I'll share it again.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's full
Yeah.
screen. You
Yeah.
can see, right?
Perfect. Yeah. 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 Cool.
Well, this they used to call it as a SAP end user menu. In your office
Okay.
environment, you will get
Yeah.
access only few transactions here. Only
Yes.
the transactions you are authorized to use.
Yep.
Okay, here you
Yeah.
can see the menu path you can pull down. Here, this is the production. Here, this is the master data. Here,
Yeah.
if you see right, you can see the masters, like material master creation.
Okay.
Suppose if I take an example of a particular material,
Yeah.
let us take this particular material. I can select the views here. Uh, so when I start the class with the material master, right, I'll tell you
Yeah.
what is this basic data 1 and 2 and
Okay.
MRP, that is our production related MRP 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the new one, what SAP has come up with a new one.
Okay.
So here we will configure this one, the plant. When you select
Okay.
the plant, this is the USA plant.
Yeah.
Then what is the storage location which are assigned to this plant? So here, when you start, I'll explain you what is this plant plant material status. What is the use of it? Like this,
Okay.
each and every field which are important for the production planning perspective.
Okay.
Suppose if you go to MRP one, here, what is this MRP type is PD means. What is this lot size procedure means. So where we can find this PD? Suppose I will open one more session here. So if you remember, I told you on the customization part, right? This is the backend setting. The consulting team, they will do work on this. So this is the backend IMG screen they used to call it as. That is the implementation guide. You will not have access in your production system, but you can get access in your quality or this system. So this is where they will define. So first I will explain you this one, the definition part. Here, if you go here, right, first you will create your plant here. See, define plant. Here only you will configure your plant. Suppose if this is your plant, if you go inside and see the detail, you can see the plant name, what is the language you are using, what is the address, everything you will define it here. Then what is the factory calendar you are using for your plant. This itself, it will take us some 1 hour to explain on the factory calendar, because based upon your factory calendar only your plant planning will happen. Okay, Praveen, hello.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, like this we will start. Suppose here what we'll do, if you want to create a new plan, the consulting team will do. Suppose if your company has acquired, I said, you acquired a new plan, 500.
Yeah.
We will give some companies test plant.
Okay.
Like that we can create one plant also.
Okay.
Like that we can do. So this part
Oh.
we will start from the first. One thing.
Okay.
Then once you create the plant, then what are the customizations related for production planning? So here, if you come right,
Yeah.
you can see here also the same node here. What you create at the front end, right? You can
Yeah.
see the same node at the back end also.
Okay.
So everything we will be configuring it here. So bill of material, general data, BOM usage. In the bill of material screen,
Yeah.
On one more screen. So bill of material CS01 is to create a bill of material. Here the BOM
Okay.
usage, this we have, right?
Yeah.
Here, this is the SAP standard one. If you see, one is for production, two for engineering. So at the back end, you will be
Yeah.
configuring this.
Okay.
Suppose if you want a new usage type, so how to
Yeah.
configure this here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So this part we will cover at the back end. So once if you want to have a new entry, just select this. So as a consultant, when you go
Yeah.
for an implementation, you will discuss with your end user this part only. So what is the
Okay. Okay.
usage you want? That will be
Okay.
relevant for what are the areas. Once he gives the
Okay.
requirement, then
Yeah.
you can create your own that you can create
Okay.
it. So when you select it here, the that will come. You can use this for your plant here.
Okay.
So like that for each and every master data, whatever we have at the front end, right?
Yep.
We have a customization setting at the back end.
Okay.
So we will cover the customization part first, then we
Yep.
will come at the front end,
Okay.
and we will cover this total cycle. Like here, from here on, like material master creation,
Yep.
then the bill of material, BOM structure,
Okay.
the bill of material, the
Okay.
machine part, how you are going to configure your work centers, that is your machine, the shop floor
Yep.
machines.
Yep.
Then how you are going to produce your components, the operation
Yep.
sequences.
Yep.
Then how you are going to do planning, the MRP
Okay.
part,
Okay.
production planning, then MRP, then shop floor, the execution part, then capacity
Okay.
planning.
Okay.
In this, we have different scenarios, like a discrete manufacturing scenario, repetitive manufacturing scenario, like that. That also we will cover as part of this course.
Okay. Now, what is production process? Is that the all comes under production process?
Yes, there are two type of industries. Production process in the sense, suppose if you are manufacturing lot based one. Suppose if your company is manufacturing, say for example, a
Okay.
tractor, individual tractor you will make, or as a 10 tractor as a one set you will make. Correct. It's a discrete
Okay.
manufacturing.
Okay.
Whereas the process industries, it's a continuous manufacturing, something you will do, like a bolt nut, some automobile components. It will not stop at the lot size based. It's a continuous production.
Okay.
So in that case, the production process will change. It's a repetitive manufacturing. Correct. Again and again, you will manufacture the same components. The
Okay.
BOM and routing, the bill of material and the operation sequence, it will not change. In that case, it's called as a repetitive manufacturing.
Okay.
So those scenarios also we will teach you. I will tell you what is the main difference between discrete, which industry will go for discrete manufacturing, which industry will go for repetitive manufacturing, what are the advantages of going with it, what are the disadvantages. Then in the system, to enable these functionalities, what are the settings we have to do.
Okay.
Okay, Praveen. So the Fiori apps, I think it's taking some time. Uh,
Okay.
with today, so you can see the apps. This is the apps.
Okay.
So like this, you will have apps. So in future,
Okay.
right now you are using this kind of apps, Praveen? No,
Master
right?
data.
No, you are using apps like this in your day-to-day process.
No, no, we are not using apps not like this.
Okay, okay. This is the new S4HANA. So
Okay.
going forward, instead of conventional transactions, you will be using apps like.
Okay.
Okay, this part also we will cover as part of production planning.
Okay.
So what are the apps available? How to navigate? That part also we will cover. That is the latest one which is available in SAP now.
Okay.
So in future, when your company goes for S4HANA implementations,
Yeah.
they will ask you to use this particular app script.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Then
Is
your
it just
transaction
released or
music,
is it
even
been there since 1 year or some kind of stuff? They upgraded kind of stuff.
it's, it's there from 2015.
2015. Okay, okay.
Yeah, 2015 onward, this is there.
Hmm.
So the first SAP S4HANA version released in 2015. Now 2020 also. I think your company, I think they have not migrated to S4HANA. Maybe
Okay.
companies who migrated to S4HANA also, maybe the HANA database they might have migrated, not as the
Okay.
functional side.
Uh,
Maybe
our work
database.
we are just in a conversion of the ERP. So probably after ERP, then they might be. I'm not sure exactly, but they are in a process of the ERP.
Yes, Praveen. Once you are familiar with that, then during
Yeah.
the implementation or migration, you can also be
Yeah.
part of that. You will have more knowledge in this
Okay.
activities.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, Praveen. Maybe I will ask Naveen to share you the entire course content.
Oh,
You
that's
can go
nice.
through it.
Yeah.
If you need some other topics also, specific topic also, if you can identify and give it us, I can take that. It's not an issue.
Okay. Okay. And the future, how it's like for production planning or as for HANA? Like what will be the future?
Another 10 years, Praveen, now a lot of
Yeah.
companies, they will migrate to S4HANA.
Okay.
Because most of the companies now they are in ECC. Now
Okay.
SAP recommended that after 2023 SAP will not support this ECC environment. So the
Okay.
companies they have to migrate it to S4 HANA.
Yeah.
Because of this COVID, I think the migrations it stopped a little bit. Or else, a lot of companies already they migrated.
Okay.
Even in Australia, also a few companies like Bosch, they are also
Yeah.
planning to migrate. I think
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
because a couple of my friends they informed me that they are also planning.
Okay.
They are the license holders. So
Okay.
like most of the companies now they are going because the advantages is more comparing to ECC. And
It's okay.
currently
Okay.
the main
Yeah.
issue with the
Yeah.
on-premises, we are investing huge amount in our hardware setups.
Okay.
Correct, maintaining everything, and there should be a
Yeah.
basis, system admin,
Yeah. Yeah.
this one, virus threats, everything. Instead of
Yeah.
that, now most of the companies they are going S4 HANA with a cloud version, so that SAP
Okay.
will take care of all your servers.
Okay.
You can access anywhere. So that is the future thing. So it has a very good market. Maybe
Mhm.
implementation itself will go for another 10 years. Maybe after
Okay.
that support, stabilization and all, it has got very good future now. And also,
Okay. Yeah.
once you complete this course, it will give an overall idea on the consulting line, not alone into SAP. If you
Yeah.
see any other ERP product, right, the
Yeah.
functionality is the same, whereas the
Okay.
screens will change.
Okay. Yeah.
If you see the SAP screen, it will be blue. JD
Yeah.
Edwards may be something different color. Maybe if you see
Yes.
the functionality of the production, it will be of the same. So this course will give you an end-to-end understanding of how a production planning works in an ERP system.
Okay.
So easily you can map this process with any of the ERP systems which is available in the market. Whereas the
Oh.
planning ways it will not change because it's an engineering, correct? It's a defined
Yeah.
principle, so it will
Yes.
not change. Only the ERP system, some transactions, instead of transactions, JD Edwards may use some terminologies. Correct.
Yes.
We
Yes.
will be calling it here as a material master, they will be calling that as a product master. Only
Yeah.
terminologies will change, whereas the process remains same.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it will give you a benchmark to move into a supply chain management area level, Praveen.
Okay. Supply chain. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Like a supply chain management consultant or
Yeah.
like that, you can ladder up your career.
Okay. So as a data analyst, we how what you suggest us?
What's your qualification, Praveen? You're basically
I'm masters in computer science. So
okay.
I was working as a data analyst. Previously, I worked as an analyst as well. So not in a SAP systems, but like Tableau, those kind of things,
Praveen,
reporting stuff.
yeah, yeah. See, the supply chain management is the core area if you want to work in any of the industrial areas.
Okay.
If you're working in some Java or .NET environment, then this is not
No,
required.
no,
If you
no, we
work
are not working.
if you're interested to work in the industrial specific areas, right, then this
Yes.
is very much required. Without understanding the process of how the production is working, it
Yeah.
will be very difficult for me to work in an industry-based companies.
Okay.
You even go for a Amazon-based
Yeah.
industry or industry which are into e-commerce also, there also the supply chain management plays a key role. Correct. The
Yes.
demand
Yeah.
versus the production.
Yeah.
So there they are not producing, but they are getting from some vendors the materials, correct. So how they are procuring it. So once
Okay.
you understand the concept, this will help
Yeah.
you to understand the end-to-end process of how the production and also the customer and also the vendor functionalities are working. Maybe after
Okay.
completing this course, you can
Yeah.
do a short course on ABAP also.
Okay.
There is a program called ABAP.
Yeah.
Since you are from computer science background, it's
Yeah.
easy for
But I
you
didn't
to
work much on the programming stuff. I was just into like Tableau, like analyst kind of stuff. So that's one of
no, no, after completing this course, because that is with the SQL only, you can
Okay.
easily understand the programming language. So that
Oh, okay.
yourself you can start a role as a techno functional. That has more advantages comparing to this functional.
Okay. Yeah.
Because some of the issues, right, it may be
Yeah.
from the program side also. Because that
Yeah.
since you are from ME computer science, master of
Yeah.
computer science, it's
Yeah.
easy for you to learn that function. But directly going to a programming line also, it's very difficult without understanding the
That's
core
right.
business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Praveen.
Yeah. Thanks, Ram. Like, thank you for explaining clearly.
Thanks, Praveen.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have any, if
Just
you
one
don't
more
have
thing.
any
Like,
other
my
doubts,
friend
I think we
want to
can
ask
close
some
this call.
question. We have access to SAP. Do we have
Pardon?
access to SAP when we are in the training, like working on?
Yes. Navin will give you access for the entire SAP with all the transactions.
Okay.
The new server access will be given to you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Server access will be given, training documents will be given, and each
Yeah.
of our sessions recording whatever we do know, that also will be
Yeah.
shared with you.
Oh, thank you. So how many days you think like it may take?
Normally, we will be planning for 30 days, Praveen, 30
Yeah.
hours. 30
30
hours.
hours. So yeah,
It will expand also.
it will
It's
explain.
not
Okay.
like
Okay.
we have to complete in 30 hours. If you have
Yeah.
more
That's
doubts, until the course completes, we will support you. After that, also,
that's
if you have some doubts, also you can contact us.
okay.
We will
Yeah,
support
that's what
you.
one of the main concern. Like, if it's like some people like only 30 hours means whether they complete or not, they
No,
don't
no,
bother.
no,
But
no. It's not like that. Yeah, sometimes you will
yeah,
not be available. Sometimes my availability may be issue due to some
yeah,
production issue. So
yeah,
that it's not like 30 mandatory hours. It
yeah.
will expand. Unless we complete the course, we will not do this because Navin is into the business for almost some decades. So he has very
Okay,
good
okay,
training and also very good customers also.
okay, okay. Yeah.
Navin, are you there, Navin? Hello.
Yeah, I'm there. Okay.
Yes,
Is it done?
yes. My part is done. Maybe Praveen has questions on this access and these things.
Yeah. I'll reply them in the offline. Okay. We can end the meeting. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Praveen. Say thanks to your colleague also.
Thanks, Ram. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Naveen. Yeah.